you today? I hope you're doing well. I do not love this angle. I just wanted to come to you today with a little story time. The title of this video is not clickbait at all. A woman attacked me with a knife today at the gym. I was completely naked and in the shower when she attacked me. And guess what, friends? Before I even start this story, I was able to completely naked and in the shower, come out of the shower and disarm this woman, take her knife, and I stabbed her with her own knife. And it was quite an incredible situation. I am so proud of myself. First of all, I want to say that it's really good to have self-defense skills because I have been practicing self-defense skills for the last couple of weeks at the gym for some reason. Probably for this exact reason. And I went to in complete self-defense mode and I was able to to get the knife out of her hand using my body weight against her. She was much bigger than me. We were about the same height, but she's got to be like 250, maybe 300 pounds. She was a very big woman. So when I stabbed her back with the knife, I don't even know what happened, but she was like, hey, let's stop this. Honey, no. But anyway, the story is kind of, I guess it's long, but I'll tell the story. There was a woman and she came in to the gym and she was playing her music. Or it was like, oh no, it wasn't music. She was playing her podcast really loud. And I asked her if she would turn it down and she was like, fuck you, no. And so I went to the front desk and I asked them, because last time I had an interaction with a woman who was taking pictures, the lady told me just to come right to them. And so I went to the front desk and I asked the lady to come back. So the lady who worked in the front desk came back and she asked the girl to turn down her music because there was other patrons. And by this time there was about 4 other people in the locker room. And the lady basically told her, fuck you too. Like, I'm not going to turn it down. And she was like, well, the girl was being really nice and very, calm about it. And the lady was just like very flippant and she turned it down just long enough for the girl to go out of the room. And when the girl left the room, she turned it back up extra, extra loud, like super, super loud. And I noticed that it was a religious something, like a religious podcast. And you know me, I'm not one to just let anybody just treat anybody anyway, or me or anything. And I don't like when people disrespect the actual rules. And especially when they are something about politeness and just having manners. I have a real big problem with people who don't have manners. And I said, you know, it's really funny that you would be in here trying to blast your religious podcast or something like that, whatever. And so she said something to me, whatever it was. And I said, bitch, I will beat your motherfucking ass. And so she comes out with a knife and she's like, well, what do you think about this now? And I said, what do you think about this? And I punched her in her motherfucking face. And then I pushed her up against the thing. I had her neck with my hand and I punched her again. And that let her let go of the knife just enough for me to grab it out of her hands. And then I stuck her with it. And that's when she was like, Now, I didn't tell all this to the police because fuck them. And the police showed up and I didn't even want them to show up because I don't like the police. Last time I was the victim of a crime like this. Oh, okay. So the last time I've ever been in a physical altercation, the person had a weapon. I didn't recognize it as a weapon at the time. I still don't think, this is the thing that I write about in the book that led to the police harassing me for many, many years. It was a man and he had what I thought was a stick and he was holding it in a defensive stance. And when I went to grab it from him, he threw me down with it. And I have been very, very angry about that for many years, that I was thrown to the ground so easily. But this incident has led me to know that the only reason that guy got one over on me that day was because he was holding it like this and I grabbed it and he used the centrifugal force. I'm probably making that up, of the force of me grabbing it. He used the stick or whatever he had to throw me to the ground. This woman had a small knife and it was close contact and I was completely naked. If you've ever seen the movie, I can't even fucking believe this part. If you've ever seen the movie Eastern Promises with Viggo Mortensen where they're naked and they have that fucking knife fight, that is exactly what it was like. I cannot believe that part. I cannot believe that. I cannot fucking believe that part. So I've only been in 2 physical altercations like that before. The first time the guy threw me to the ground, but it was with the force of the weapon because he wasn't holding it as a weapon. He was holding it in defense of me because I was running towards him. This time, this lady was like using it like this, trying to stab me with it. And I was able to get it out of her hands. I was able to disarm and attack her with my skills. Now, one of these days, I'm going to, I don't know how I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll ask somebody or I'll set up my thing at the gym and I will show you the self-defense moves that I've been using and how fast I am at the gym with martial arts. I took kickboxing and MMA for a little bit. And I am very, very quick and I do not fuck around. And I'm just really proud of myself. Cause it really, really bothered me for many, many years. And I just figured it was because it was a man. This man who threw me down was way smaller than this lady. But I'm telling you, it was because he was holding this stick like this. And I grabbed it in the middle and he went like that. That's the only reason he got me down. Oh, and when he threw me to the ground, he was holding me down. I was able to flip over and I kicked him in the dick, the balls. I kicked him in that area 3 times and that's what got me off of him. Again, another self-defense move. So this is really important that people learn self-defense. Now, on the other hand, if there is a big chance that this woman was sent by the people who have been stalking and harassing me. Because of some of the things that she said. She kept saying, her words are a weapon. Her words are as harmful to me as this knife is. Oh, and then the lady asked for the knife back. She was like, I need that. I live in my car and I need that for protection. I was like, the only way you're going to get it back is if it's in your fucking heart, bitch. Get the fuck out of here. And she kept saying stuff that I've said on my blogs. So couple that with the ops and everything. And what they like is for people to get caught up in legal stuff. So what they wanted at the very least was for me to want to press charges on this woman. So I have to go back and forth in the court system. And this is what they fucked around and found out. Nobody fucks with me. Period. And now it's just more cha-ching. That's more money. These people are done. The RICO charge is fucking pending. And that's it. And I promise you that that woman was sent in based on what she said because she said stuff that's from my blogs. Don't fucking try and play me. Not here in the valley of the shadow of death. I'm a conduit to the Holy Ghost. Thank you very much. Oh, and I also wanted to mention one thing about when the cops came. For some reason, they felt the need to take a picture. The guy said, I need to take a picture of your whole body. Why? Even the woman who worked at the gym was like, I don't understand what that was about. Like, what are they doing? Why are they even asking a question like that? And the guy took a picture of me. This is the cops. This is why I don't call them. This is why I don't ask for their help. I don't need it. When you can disarm someone, and can you imagine disarming a person while you're completely fucking naked? It's just the craziest thing. It's just the craziest thing. But I don't need the fucking cops, obviously. Because they just came and take a picture of my whole body. And and write some stuff down. The justice system is done too. I'm gonna fix that as well. Dark world light work. Okay. So I never thought that I would put a title so wild and it not be clickbait. But these people have attacked, like they have gone so far as to threatened my life before. I mentioned before that my dad snapped. I was the intended victim of his MK Ultra snap. Like Rob Reiner and his wife were the intended victims of the son. There have been several attacks on my life, including the car accident that I was in. Now, I'm not saying that that guy was sent to crash into me, but these people involve energetic manipulation and they do. Words are spells, and they do things like that to try and harm people. And I've been feeling a ton of rage lately, and like an unbelievable amount of rage. And me being able to single-handedly disarm a woman who was trying to stab me, while I was in a completely vulnerable position, completely naked, coming out of the shower even. I'm just so unbelievably proud of myself, and I would just suggest all women, especially out there, but people in general, or no, all people in general, but women especially, to get some martial arts or some self-defense training, practice it on a daily basis, because sometimes when it comes to a situation of fight or flight, you want to fight. especially if somebody is coming at you with a weapon in a closed space. This was in the area between the shower and the stalls for the changing room. It was a closed space, and I've been practicing in a closed space for a while, which is really interesting as well. So long story short, if anybody wanted to know if I'm willing to back up this shit that I taught, now you know. And as for the Dark World characters, if any of you motherfuckers got anything else to say, you've run out of fucking time. Bye! And the reason why I know that it's energetic also is because this is the craziest story. Yesterday I posted this playlist. It's called Us Every Time. And in the playlist, there's two loves, and one of them gets killed in an accident, is killed immediately. And do you know that? And I also posted a list of my favorite birds. And on that was ducks. And Clementine and I were walking last night through the little area where we walk, and there was a couple of ducks. There were mallards, the girl with the brown one, and then the guy with the pretty markings. And the girl had been hit by a car, and she was killed instantly. And the boy was standing there just looking around, waiting for her to get up. And cars were like almost hitting him, swerving around him, beeping. They didn't even notice or care, bless you, boo, that this baby girl duck was dead in the street. That's not the first time I've seen that kind of energy. The last time it was squirrels, and there was a squirrel looking over the body of the other squirrel. And it's just so crazy because I made that playlist about that exact energy. And then a couple of hours later, I see it play out, and I'm not a people person, but I am a duck person, and I am an animal person. And so I found the energy to be quite threatening, because it was like a threat to me doing something beautiful. And so I think that is really crazy. And then I wake up this morning to this situation. And I feel like because the ducks, I don't think were a setup, it's the energy. These people send as much negative energy towards me as they possibly can. And when I transmute it, they up the ante. And this has been the first time where I've had someone actually try and take my life with a weapon. And I hope it's the last, and it's the last of these types of attacks from not only the people who are involved, but from the energy, this negative energy. But this is an energy that I promised and vowed to remove from the planet before it even came to my door for the first time. So that today, friends, has been a real representation of Dark World light work. Oh, well, thank you guys for being here. Love you.